Hi, beloveds. I thought I would send you a video message because so many of you have wondered how I'm doing. As you might know from watching the news or looking on social media, I was a part of a peaceful gathering of faith leaders from Chicagoland area seeking to offer spiritual care to those who have been unlawfully abducted and detained in Broadview yesterday. There was an incredible worship gathering where leaders from different faith traditions held up items representing the needs of our neighbors to be afforded basic human rights while they are detained, like access to their lawyers, sanitary conditions to use the bathroom, and be granted spiritual care. Those who have been captured and held at Broadview have suffered incredible abuse, which I believe is tantamount to torture right here in our very backyard. As we have every Friday, a delegation of faith leaders came forward offering to meet with officials to formally request permission to enter the facility and care for those who are being detained, and we were denied again. We know that in our spiritual tradition, anytime God's children are being abused and injustice is being perpetrated, we rise up. And so many of us yesterday linked arms and entered the street to highlight the injustice that is being done. And we were met with the brutality of the Broadview police, one of whom was wielding a taser gun, the state police with their riot gear and their large wooden batons, and a very, very aggressive show of force. We barely were able to exit the defined free speech zone when we were met with the police pushing us back. They picked off anyone that they could. One woman was dragged out by her feet and her head hit the concrete. I did my best to remain strong, singing and chanting, "Who do you serve? Who do you protect?" When I was eventually pulled from the crowd and thrown down onto the ground, the police shouted, "Arrest Heap!" I was taken to the Broadview Police Department along with the 9 other women. Eventually, 21 of us were arrested yesterday, and those who they identified as male were taken to the Maywood Police Department. The women were released around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and the last person who is non-binary but grouped with the men was released at almost midnight last night. I want to assure you that I'm okay. I've got some bumps, scrapes, and bruises, but I'm fine. After that brief stay in jail, I was able to return home to my family, to my home, sleep in my bed. I'll go to court in December, and I'll keep you posted on that. I'm so grateful for the love and support that I've felt from your phone calls and your texts and messages reaching out to make sure that I'm okay. I love you, and I know that you love me, and I felt that love and support so, so deeply. I invite you, however, any concern you have for me, I want you to extend to those persons who are being detained in Broadview. They are in cages. They are not able to return to their families or their homes or sleep in their beds. And so I commit to continuing to show up, to speak out, and to work until those cages are emptied, because our neighbors do not deserve that. We may not know their names, we may not know their faces, but they are our siblings. And so I'm going to keep showing up. And I invite you to pray for each one and show up in the ways that you can. Call your Congress people and ask for their release. A big shout out to Meg and Rachel from our church who were there with me yesterday singing and praying and helping me to be able to get home after we were released. We will continue this work, and we will fight until all the prisoners are released, until justice is done. And I'm so grateful that I'm in partnership with all of you. I can't wait to gather tomorrow at Park Ridge Community Church for worship at 10 o'clock, where we will sing God's praises and commit to being a part of this great calling that we each have to be faithful in our time and our place. I'm thankful to be doing that with you. I love you.